May. Told you this is gonna be a daily thing, and I had a great, productive conversation with my friend Steve Cox on Hampton Leftist earlier today. So make sure you check that out. Right? It's gonna be a good show. So right now, I'm gonna get the Twitch link sent out because I'm gonna try to get a Twitch going. So let's see if we can get some people in here. I mean, I didn't get my YouTube link. If you join, say hi. We just getting started, so I'm gonna get everything put together. But you guys see the title? I got a lot. I told you so to say today. I'm trying to get my shit together because I saw this video that had me dying. I gotta share it. But let me tweet my YouTube link, my Twitch link out. One second, guys. Once you join, let me know. We just now getting rolling. I think that's good. Let me know who in here. I'm about to tweet the link out first, and then we get started. I'm now roasting the weak Western left. Hope we can get some people on Twitch side as well. Once again, if you guys are here, let me know. Say something. Say hi. We have some extremely disturbing news. Like the Joe Biden regime. Yes, it's a regime. Is out of control. Wow. Okay, so that's tweet blew up. Like, cause this is why I was saying while I was going off. Cause this is gonna be the main theme of this show. I'm a little bit distracted because I saw this video. Did a deeply serious political show, by the way. Hampton Leftist. Hey, Gene. First commenter of the day. On this channel, that is. Once again, I was live on Hampton Leftist. You guys see this? Like, I'm still recovering from this video. I just saw this a few minutes ago. So silly. Let's see if I can get it to play.
There is no such thing as a coincidence. The fact that you're watching this video means you are energetically aligned with me and this message. Your thoughts create your reality. But you already knew that. Yet, you still live a life that you dread.
Excuse me.
That is because when you visualize your dream life, you unconsciously believe that it is unrealistic.
Okay, anyway, I saw that
such
video,
thing as
and I'm still recovering from that. Look, she sound like her.
Is it real?
Okay, let me get my shit together. Because I was mad.
Is it real?
I was high key mad. Then I saw these videos. Now I gotta get back into the rage. Mode. So Twitch, where we at? Oh, there we go. I had to pull the Twitch chat. Hey, boot to the head. What's up, fam? And if you watch on the YouTube side, I'll be reading both comments as well. But you guys remember, and we gonna get into this. A lot of people have been following my page, following my channel. You guys seen the arguments I made against voting for Joe Biden. And people, I said roosting, I spelled that wrong. I'm so tired of the Western left and their white saviors. So I only been into political commentary just under a year. I really got going on my channel around August. But you wanna know who's the most popular ones that you guys see, you know, the ones with the most subscribers, the ones who was telling people like, oh, we gotta vote for Joe Biden because we gotta stop fascism. This is why the Western left is a joke. You notice, for one, the most popular shows are all hosted by white dudes, so you guys only get one perspective. The American left claims that they want to support people of color, they want to listen to people of color, but they only want to listen to white dudes because they don't think black people know what they're talking about. I had white leftists that would legitimately, yeah, TYT. I'm saying names. I'm not a big platform. It doesn't matter. TYT, Majority Report, Rational National, Humanist Report, all these super bourgeoisie white commentators who make a ton of money and who have no skin in the game. These people don't have no skin in the game. They don't, like, if Vosh as well, like, if they increase the military budget, if they increase the police budget, if they don't increase the minimum wage, if they don't decrease student loan debt, it doesn't matter to them. These people are making $100,000 a year. Everyone at TYT is a millionaire. They're all millionaires. And you guys you guys are listening to them. What was black leftists saying? What were we saying? Joe Biden is complicit with white supremacy. And his policies that he's going to advance is going to continue to be anti-black, harsh policies. Roxanne agrees. Thank you for watching. Roxanne, you was on the Fred Hampton Leftist show as well, so I appreciate you sticking around for my nightly show. This nightly show is gonna be every night. Yeah, dude. Like, the left, there's a giant problem because look at the most popular people. Same shit. It's literally the same show. Just some rich white dude who tell people to vote for Democrats, and then they think they're progressive. And then you got a lot of dumb activists who fall for them. People who make fraction of what they do. Joe Biden, like, so many of them were exposed during forced to vote because a lot of them were fighting against the idea that we should force to vote on healthcare. Vosh, the Majority Report, TYT, all these people, they didn't care about forcing a vote on Medicare for all because they're rich. They don't need healthcare. There's no skin in the game for them. Meanwhile, I wrote an article on how Medicare for All is the most pro-black policy platform you can advocate for. So you had all the black leftists, all my crew, that was like, yeah, we should force the vote because we got nothing to lose. Then you had rich, privileged white people that was like, nah, we don't need to do all that. You're being unreasonable. Thank you. I'm glad to see you, Radical Leftist Agenda, watching as well. But yeah, we have the Joe Biden regime going after socialists. And now the United States government is cracking down on the First Amendment. Well, not the First Amendment. They are cracking down on free speech. Actually, they are cracking down on the First Amendment because they're still going after Julian Assange, prosecuting whistleblowers. Oh, but you guys think you stopped the fascists? What? You think you stopped the fascists? Joe Biden going against the First Amendment, going against the Fourth Amendment, still support the Patriot Act? Oh, but we're going to stop fascism. Tweet us before. Joe Biden regime targeting socialists. Lesser of two evils, my ass. As much as I want to say, at least people are waking up. Like, there's a part of me that always want to say that. There's a part of me that always want to say, well, at least people are waking up. At least people are starting to realize the game. At least people may stop voting for the Democrat and the Republican Party. As much as I want to say that, I know the same Western leftists are going to vote for Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg in 2024. Because they did before. I learned my lesson the first time in 2012. I voted for Barack Obama in 2012, and that was my first election I could vote for. And then I watched the game be played over the course of maybe 6 years, from 2000. I'll say from 2012, 2000, maybe 2010. That's when I really started paying attention to politics, because that's when I was a freshman in college. I remember that's when I was like, all right, okay, I want to get a little bit more into politics. So from 2010 to 2014, that's when they had me. 4 years, that's it. After those 4 years, I was like, okay, I see how the game, I see how they work. You guys not going to sheep herd me into this bullshit, this political kayfabe, which me and Steve Cox talked about. I saw your question on Twitch asking my thoughts on Steve Cox. I'm gonna answer that. Forgive me, you missed when I played the video. I played it too early. I should wait till you got to the Twitch. But I remember when I first started streaming, it took me a while to get going because I was still like cracking up from watching that funny video. But hard to keep it light because I'm working on my new article now. I took a break from this YouTube page. I took a break from Twitch. And I took a break from my Substack to focus on building up Fred Hampton leftists. And I'm very happy. We almost have 5,000 subscribers. We gained about 3,000 subscribers this month. We are growing pretty quickly. Now we got a lot of great talent, a lot more new talent. And I'm still doing my thing there. But now it's time to reboot my YouTube page, my Twitch page, and my Substack. And the story I'm about to write now, and what I'm currently working on, is how Joe Biden, all my fears of a Joe Biden administration is coming true. People thought, and this is why Fred Hampton Leftist is growing. This is why my Twitter continues to grow. This is why my YouTube is growing. This is why people are starting to listen to us, because people thought I was being too hyperbolic last fall. When people were like, oh, we got to vote out Trump because he's a fascist, and my response to them, I'm like, Joe Biden's a fascist. The fuck? They thought I was they were like, oh, you being hyperbolic because you mad Bernie lost. Meanwhile, those same boogie fake leftists on YouTube that told you to vote for Joe Biden, now they have egg on their face. New U.S. military training document called Socialists, a terrorist ideology. And list them alongside neo-Nazis amid Pentagon crackdown on domestic extremism. What does that remind you of? There's a great response down here that kind of this one right here. You see this? This is America in a nutshell. This is in America. This is like the United States got the new Jim Crow. It got the prison abolition, the Concero state from Nazi Germany, and Nazi Germany got their model from how the United States treated indigenous people. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna stop the fascists, though. And we gotta vote Trump out, and we get rid of the fascists. That's what they told us. People yelled at me and said I was a fascist enabler because I didn't want to vote for Joe Biden, the guy who took credit for writing the Patriot Act, who was the vice president when Barack Obama ramped up NSA spying. And they waged a war against journalism. Used the Espionage Act more than any other president in American history. Going after Julian Assange and many other reporters. One of the biggest tendencies of a fascist leader in fascist countries is going after a journalist, and that's what the Democratic Party, that's what Joe Biden and Barack Obama was doing. But I was unreasonable because I didn't want to support them. Gecko, 45, in the house. I'm about to read a comment now. Thank you for watching. He said, hey man, I follow you on Twitter. I'm glad to finally catch a stream. I'm glad you guys are too. You guys can expect me to be on my YouTube and my Twitch page here. This is 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. my time Central. This is what I'm gonna do every day. Like I did my interview on Fred Hampton Leftist. You guys should check that out. I was interviewing Steve Cox, and it was a great conversation, man. Great conversation. We talk about political development, police abolition, our personal ideology, and evolution and development. It was a great stuff, man. I always like that guy on Twitter, but now we actually got to talk face to face. It was pretty cool. Forgiving Chi. Hey, fucker. Oh yeah. You definitely gotta help me edit that. My friend Forgiving Chi pulls a lot of strings behind the scenes. Radical Leftist Agenda. I appreciate you sharing the stream on Discord. I need to start getting into Discord and that kind of stuff more. Subreddits and all that. Whatever. I'll just hang out with my Twitter homies. That's pretty much what this is about. For the new viewers, if you guys want to know why I am melting down on the timeline right now. Yeah, this is someone that said this is McCarthyism, like the 50s. I think that Gene. Oh, wrong one. There you go. For those who missed it, a new military training document called Socialists a Terrorist Ideology and lists them alongside neo-Nazis. What did I want to find a clip because I need to post this old clip that I had on Twitter to show you guys how I called this. Because remember when Joe Biden and then was first increased in the military budget, the Pentagon budget, the military budget and the police budget, and they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna go after extremist ideologies." I made a video and we talked about it on Fred Hampton Leftist. You guys realize that they always do this. They always use terrorism. They always use national security to expand the state and state powers. You hear me? So they use white supremacy. They use terrorism. They use these things to expand the state. And then once they expand the state, once they have more police funding, once they stripped away our human rights, like we don't have a Fourth Amendment anymore. There's no one upholding that. Police can do whatever they want. They will target the left, workers' movements, and black people. That's why I call they saw the massive working class movements that started because of George Floyd's death, and people had enough of this fascist police state that we living in. People saw that and they were like, enough. Hell, they saw January 6th and they like, okay, people are becoming way more anti-establishment. And if, once again, do leftists really believe power concedes without struggle? You really think they're gonna allow you to vote this shit out? That's what we said. We said, well, you're not changing the direction of the U.S. empire with these partisan presidential puppets. That's what I said. And people thought you had the privileged white left that thought I was wrong for saying that. They thought that, okay, we can just vote out the elements of Trumpism, like the white supremacist immigration system. We can vote out the United States funding apartheid states. Like, this is ridiculous. Great comment on the YouTube side from Ascent Chakaste. Not the first time they created the CIA specifically to target the left worldwide. Amen. We talked about that before. If you do not know the history of the CIA, you don't know American history. Straight up. I'll tweet that out. If you don't know the history of the CIA, you don't know American history. Because knowing the history of the CIA is crucial in debunking neoliberal talking points, where they blame Guatemalans for the destabilization of their country. When you see Kamala Harris say, "Do not come," once you understand that the CIA has been responsible for multiple coups in Guatemala, you can debunk that. We just saw Joe Biden say a blatant lie. Once again, oh, we gotta vote for Joe Biden because at least he's not as big of a liar as Donald Trump. That's what they were telling us. Meanwhile, Joe Biden with a straight goddamn face went up and told everyone, the United States, we don't meddle in the election of other democracies. That is as bad as a lie as it gets. How is that? Donald Trump said a lot of lies, but he literally was trying to sell the idea that the United States don't meddle in other countries. Now, if you know the history of the CIA, you would know that why that's bullshit. Over 70 countries we've been involved in since the formation of the CIA. Yep, TD on YouTube said the predator class created the system to protect itself. You guys think you're gonna overhaul the system? You think through a never like they were saying that lead? Like, I heard all the arguments from the left that why we should vote for Biden. They were like, well, at least it'd be easier to pressure someone who is closer to us on the Overton window to advocate for workers and for peace. That's what a lot of the bourgeoisie white progressives were selling you. They said, well, at least if we vote for Biden, that we be in a better position to push them left. How has that gone for you guys? Minimum wage, $2,000 relief checks, canceling student loan debt, halting deportations. How's that gone for you guys? This is the nonsense they fed people. JC said, do you still fight MMA? I'll fight again. I need to get back into sparring. I was sparring with pros pretty consistently before COVID, and then COVID hit, and that really disrupted my training. But I used to train with pro fighters. I'm at a really high level. I just never had a chance to fight pro. There are a lot of martial artists out there like that. I used to have sparring videos all over YouTube, and I tweeted them out, but then my YouTube channel was hacked. My YouTube was hacked. Let's see if I can find it. You see, bro, I'll just share this. Bro, I had all these videos of me sparring, bro, and I was a beast, but my YouTube was hacked, and I don't know how to get it back. And I'm heartbroken because now I don't have any way. So they hacked my account. Someone hacked my account and set all the videos to private. So I don't have none of my sparring videos no more. So I wasn't able to get really into competition, but I was really into developing my skill as a martial artist. Got into teaching, and I was helping fighters in Kansas City get ready for their professional fights. What I really miss is doing jiu-jitsu, doing BJJ. I miss it so much. Okay, I went on my Joe Biden rant. You guys see this? Speaking of, since we talking about combat sports, you guys know who was one of my biggest heroes? This guy. I saw this video today. I love it. We don't have black athletes like Muhammad Ali anymore. And I want to share this because this is the stream. We kind of have fun, watch these fun videos. Look at this video of Muhammad Ali. And then we react to that. I want to get your guys' reaction too.
Bothering you? You look so...
I don't like his arrogance. I think...
You don't like...
No,
That's so dumb
because... No, sir. No.
You know, like a nigga talking like this.
I have a lot to say about this video. I'll try my best to let it play, but I have a lot to say about this video. And the reason I'm playing this is because Muhammad Ali is probably one of my greatest heroes, my favorite fighter of all time, the guy who I probably based my fighting style off of the most. When it comes to boxing, like Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, like these are the styles that I try to emulate. When I learned Muay Thai, I got into Muay Thai when I watched Jose Aldo leg kick Favorite to death, and then I got into that. But anyway, watch this video because this shows about Muhammad Ali was on a different level than the black capitalist sellout athletes we have now. Check this out.
Bothering you. You look so...
I don't like his arrogance. I think
don't like-
no,
That's because I'm black.
no, sir. No.
You know, like a nigga talking like this. The white people.
Oh, I beg
know
your
what it
pardon.
is.
No.
I don't want to. All black people don't care about what you're saying. You mean white people know. Listen, woman, everybody black watching this show knows why you don't like the way I talk. You don't like a nigga talking to you like this. Niggas never done that like this
Sir,
before.
I beg
I know what it is. Don't tell me what you don't like. You don't know who you're talking to.
What I don't like.
I don't care what you don't like. Just buy a ticket and see me get my butt whooped.
No. Listen, I'm in a minority in this country. Here,
What's your minority? What are you?
I'm from England.
I'm from England. Okay, I'll tell you, I'm not getting interrupted too much.
You only...
This white lady was like, I'm from England. And once again, this video is a very important case study on the mind of the white moderate lib. This is like 40 years ago. And you have white women that pretend that they are more disenfranchised than black people. You guys understand, and I got all solidarity with anyone in their own struggle, but white women has been the biggest benefactors of white supremacy. Who do you think benefit the most from white supremacy? White women. So the idea that she was like, oh, I'm a white woman, I'm a minority from England. What the fuck? This is how they think. They legitimately believe this. Like, hey, I see the chat reacting now. Yeah, this lady was like, I'm from England, I'm a minority. What? Radical left his agenda. You guys see that comment? That's funny as hell. OG Karen. Holy shit. Anyway, I'll rewind it for like 15. I'll rewind for like a few seconds and let's finish it. Cause there's so much. Like this video is such an important case study. Let's finish it.
Ticket to see me get my butt whooped.
No. Listen, I'm in a minority in this country. Here,
What's your minority? What are you?
I'm from England. And
you're a minority. You're from England. You own England. You own England and America. You white. You can go anywhere in this city you want to go. Are you from England? You more freer than me. You from England. Didn't you say you're a minority? You know you can go to towns, move in neighborhoods. You can buy things over. You can open a business downtown Chicago and do business, and I can't do it, but you from England. Now, you got some nerve to come over and be mad at me because I'm proud and I want to fight and be confident and get my people to be proud and fight and do. We the minority, too. We've been a minority for 400 years, and you freer than me, and you from England. You are freer than me, and everybody know you free. How many of you white people here truly believe that she's not as free as me or any black man? She can open up a shop downtown. He can't even rent the store. You can. Don't compare yourself with no black man.
Okay. You want to talk about the peace thing? I'm sorry. You want to stand up?
You got to be out your mind, lady.
She's a woman, though.
Whatever she is, she's a white woman, and she's in a white society. I'm not getting on that. The woman is more free.
Let me be clear. There is serious misogyny that women needs to overcome, and that's a challenge. But I also want to be clear on this. If you guys think white women are more have it worse off than black men for the most part, once again, who benefited the most from white supremacy than white women? They got generational wealth because of white supremacy. But you guys, is it really? You think that that's a white woman you're talking about? The same white women that benefit from white generational wealth on the same level of a black man. Remember, this is not even now. This is from the 70s. So it's even more ridiculous back then. But this is what they really believe. This is what the white moderate lib really believe. The video's almost over.
Society, I'm not getting on that. The woman is more free than all black people in Chicago.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I know about it. You're a hypocrite. You think she ain't.
Once again, this is literally 40 years ago. 40 years ago, she is fighting the idea that she was like, I don't know, like, actually, I have just as much rights as you do. insane. That is what it means to be a Karen. Yeah, Gecko, that is such an amazing clip. Like, Ali is one of my heroes, 100%. Muhammad Ali is one of my heroes. And we don't get black athletes like Muhammad Ali anymore. All of them are capitalists. Like, for example, look at the athletes that stand up against our system. Kaepernick did a good job. But Kaepernick was whitewashed from the league, and all the black brothers and sisters in the NFL didn't give a fuck. When they ended Kaepernick's career for standing against police violence, you should have had all the brothers in the league stand in solidarity with him. But they didn't. We have LeBron James, who props up the Democratic Party and give legitimacy to Barack Obama, who is unhinged war criminal. Meanwhile, Muhammad Ali is taking a stance against U.S. imperialism. That's the difference between the because now LeBron, he's able to talk about a little bit of issues. You know what issues that LeBron James is able to talk about? Anything that has to do with identity politics. If it has something to do with identity politics, LeBron James is all over it. But is LeBron James able to do any class analysis? Is he able to talk about racial wealth inequality? Is he able to talk about income inequality, period? Is he able to talk about the rise of billionaires and the billionaire owners that own the NBA and ESPN and Nike, who's responsible for slave labor, period? Child labor? Do you ever see LeBron talking about the wars? Did LeBron ever mention about the Haitian immigrants being deported? No. He's only allowed to advocate for a few issues, and those issues do not bother the ruling class. Meanwhile, Muhammad Ali made an ultimate sacrifice, lost 3 years of his career in the middle of his prime because he had the bravery to say that Vietnam did not call him nigger, so I'm not gonna fight for your war. That's what a hero is like. And he forever changed that discussion. Much love to Muhammad Ali. How's the stream going, guys? Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I want to watch the video because we talk about combat sport a little bit. I might do that a little bit more on this page. Frampton Leftist is deeply serious. I got into that because I was talking about my training. Like, Muhammad Ali is like the style that I try to emulate the most. I love it. Lie on my feet. But yeah, Gatton hosts that white women were always part of white supremacy. Yeah, like once again, I stand with solidarity with A1 in their struggle. I stand in solidarity with you guys in fighting misogyny. And poor white women, I stand in solidarity with you in the class war. But if you want to take the tone that white lady did against Muhammad Ali and pretend that she is as big as a victim as a black man, I covered on my show yesterday. Black Americans are impacted by civil asset forfeiture at a 65% rate. We are literally having our wealth stolen by the state. Wall Street illegally forecloses on our homes in the midst of a financial crisis, and our government sides with Wall Street, who illegally foreclose on our home and take our wealth, and we get them bailouts and we get them legal immunity. But complain more, white woman. Complain more. Our struggle is not the same. It's not even close, to be honest. Let's see if I get some more comments here. Yeah, I did retweet it. I retweeted the video, and that's kind of that was my mindset. And that video from my friend who tweeted that, Bernadetta. We've been friends on Twitter for a while. That tweet blew up since I saw it. So I'm glad that tweet is hitting the rounds because it's a brilliant clip. And it shows the mindset of the white moderate so much. Because she was literally saying, because this was my response to it. When I saw the video at first, for the new viewers who don't know what we were talking about. Why can't black people have athletes like this anymore? Now we are stuck with people like LeBron James who give credibility to Barack Obama and Democratic Party and uphold white supremacy. And this is what I'm talking about, Kaepernick. Man, we can. This is someone posted this quote. Let's see. A man who views. Hold on, let me take my face off so you guys can see it. A man who views the world the same at 50 as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. That quote doesn't have much to do with the video, but that's a great quote in general. I love my mutuals always have really good substantive things to add to these videos. I'll get ready for my other segment. I'll get my other segment ready. But if you are enjoying the stream, please like, share. The best way to support me, it don't matter. Like, I don't really care who watch it. If you're on the YouTube side, Twitch side, YouTube and Twitch they both rip us off. Patreon is the best way to go. My Cash App is the same here, Socialists MMA. That's the best way to support the show if you're enjoying it. I'll get the other story I want to talk about, because I'm talking about the theme of this. Well, I was yelling at the leftist who was running cover for the fascist Biden regime. Wait, let me. Oh, jeez. Give me 1 second. Dude, I had to repost our YouTube link. But I'm glad that tweet going around, because who are the most popular channels? Hey, Cynic, how you doing? Cynic Girl's in the house. I'm glad you were watching FHL earlier. The most popular YouTube channels. I mean, right now, what's going on? Anyone talking about Sam Cedar and Charlie Kirk? Is that the guy? No, it was a Steven Crowder. See, I don't even barely know these people. But you notice that the most popular YouTube channels and all the white YouTube channels, they always focus on the stupid ass drama. Cedar, Crowder, all these giant white content creators only talk about other content creators and right-wing reactionaries. Addressing substantive issues. Joe Biden right now is cracking down on socialists and waging a class war. Yeah, and that's why I'm covering here. Like, Joe Biden is waging a class war. He cracking down on socialists, and he cracking down on the freedom of expression. This is another story I want to cover here today, which blows my mind. And honestly, I did not get into this as much. I know this affected my friend Richard Medhurst. I had Medhurst on Fred Hampton Leftist, and he got his show taken away because this Biden crackdown. How convenient, isn't it? Wait, that's your... Yeah, you guys don't see it. Breaking. Iran's press TV website seized by U.S. government, according to notice. How can they do that? I thought you guys were getting fascism. Like, did what Todd Apple was saying. Like, I'm still processing this story. 'Cause I saw this, like, literally right before I went live with Steve Cox, so I didn't get a chance to break this down. Yeah, people say that all the time. Coutinho, he said, I've seen many of your Twitter many times and enjoyed your takes. Didn't know this was you on YouTube. I need to do a better job advertising, because people tell me all the time. I got almost 60,000 followers on Twitter. People tell me all the time, like, I don't even know you even stream. I don't know you even upload on YouTube. That's why I asked you guys to share because I need to get the word out. I need to do a better job of advertising. But I appreciate the fact that you're watching. But they're cracking down on the freedom of expression. They're cracking down on. I mean, they're still waging a war against Julian Assange and whistleblowers. Every important civil liberty, we are getting taken away from us. And my friend Afeni was bringing this up on Fred Hampton Leftists. And this is why I truly believe leftists need to get armed. Because this state power grab is a direct result of the uprising socialist movements and workers movement and worker solidarity. Our ruling class, they saw. They said RJ's live. Forgive me, where's RJ live at? Hopefully not FHL. He don't use upload on FHL. He's probably doing another show. I don't know if Forgive You's still watching, but you better be watching my show instead. Oh yeah, what Afeni was saying though was like, bro, once people actually become truly class conscious, and we truly acknowledge the class war that's going on, and we truly demand change and start shutting shit down, Joe Biden is going to use these laws cracking down against socialists to shut down general strikes. Because that came from January 6th. They don't want online radical gatherings. And they put socialist movements and they put anti-capitalist ideology into that mix. So, I think the left will win. The question is, will the left win before it's too late? Meaning, like for example, 68,000 Americans die each year because they don't have access to health care, right? So I think the left will win, but can we win before once again 68,000 Americans die each year, right? That's 68,000 lives that we're losing every year until we get Medicare for all. So I think we will win, but I want to sacrifice as many lives as possible. But we will get to that point. And once we get to that point, the government is really going to pull some shady shit. And if you out of your mind, if you don't think so, you're out of your mind. They already setting the stage for this. With Biden's crackdown of socialist movements. Meanwhile, what other content creators talking about? Oh, what Steven Crowder and Sam Cedar are saying? Oh, Steven Crowder and Sam Cedar, two white millionaires. We supposed to care about their beef as leftists. You got fucking leftists talking about the beef between Sam Cedar and Steven Crowder. The fuck? You got Joe Biden waging class war, funding ICE more, funding the police more, funding the apartheid state of Israel. But you talking about Steven Crowder and Sam Cedar? The Western left is deeply unserious. Deeply unserious. Joe Biden is waiting. I'm gonna tweet that out. Joe Biden waiting class war, funding multiple genocides, funding ICE more, funding the police more, and cracking down on socialists. But the deeply unserious Western left is focused on a beef between two rich white millionaires. Crowder versus Cedar. And that goes for all of them. You got these same up. They focus on. Oh, you see what Dave Rubin said? Oh, you see what Ben Shapiro said? Do you see what they talking about Fox? Who gives a fuck? Black people are drowning right now. I covered this on my show yesterday. I just uploaded a clip on my YouTube. Check it out. 1 out of 5 Black Americans, and I think this is I think they underestimated this. 1 out of 5 Black Americans, 3.5 million of us, have a negative net worth. Black life expectancy, I always struggle saying that, is falling. Joe Biden is funding multiple genocides and siding with neoliberal fascist administrations in South America. But you focus on Sam Cedar and Steven Crowder, 2 white millionaires. That's what the focus on the left is. Right now, in this time right now, you have COVID cases in Missouri. We the highest COVID case state now. They are going up despite the vaccine. The Delta variant is getting here. You have rent moratoriums about to expire. You got people going hungry. The hunger rate is increasing. The poverty rate is increasing. But you guys are worried about the beef between white millionaires. I wasn't on Twitter until I started with the Bernie campaign. Only reason I joined this community was because, like, all right, I want to get into activism. I want her to help the Bernie Sanders campaign. I want to meet with other lefties and organize. And then once I got into this space, I'm like, okay, the Western left is deeply unserious. You guys always talk about stupid ass shit. So you guys talk about red, blue, like the Western left, they talk about red, blue shit. Oh, we got to own Ben Shapiro. Oh, we got to own Steven Crowder. Oh, we got to do this. Meanwhile, no matter who wins, we have a fascist. We have people increasing the police budget. Anyone have abolished ICE in their profile. And meanwhile, they're silent on the fact that Joe Biden is funding ICE more. And under Biden, ICE is using slave labor. They're taking migrants and putting them to work. People lost their mind when Trump did that. Now we got a Democrat in office. No one gives a fuck now. Because liberals are only immigration activists when a Republican's in charge. That's what they don't understand. They be like, oh, how you can be a black man and don't like the Democratic Party? Because I'm an immigration activist, period. The people that Joe Biden is deporting are black. He deported more Haitian immigrants in the first 100 days than Donald Trump did his entire first term. But tell me more about the importance of Steven Crowder. We got no focus. And you realize the same people who always push this bullshit, who always cover these deeply unserious stories, these were the same people who was telling you to vote Democrat. These are the same people who don't cover foreign policy. They're the same people who spend all their time complaining about tankies, complaining about lefties, people that to their left. They rather punch left and they rather punch down instead of aiming at power, aiming at the Biden administration. But they want to complain about tankies all day. That's what they do. They want to spend their time criticizing other countries. Oh, do you see what Al-Shah said? You guys see what Russia did? You see what North Korea did? Our country is cracking down on socialists. And we're funding an institution that is using human slavery. And you want to talk about other countries? We are destabilizing other countries, and we are getting involved in elections all around the world. But you want to bring up other countries. You want to take your time and criticize other countries. The only thing you do by doing that is upholding U.S. imperialist propaganda, because the implication is that we have to do something about it. You only have the control over the state in which you pay taxes on and where you have political influence on. So when you spend your time attacking other countries, you are wasting your time. And that didn't come from me. That came from Noam Chomsky. Why are you spending your time criticizing Russia? Why are you spending your time criticizing this state or that state when our state is the biggest exporter of terrorism? We kill the most innocent civilians out of anyone in the world. But you want to talk about Venezuela? You want to talk about Russia? This is the disconnect between what a real leftist is and these bullshit liberals that cosplay as progressives and leftists. I'm trying to be QKR. Reincarnate a chairman, Fred. I'm trying to be. I'm not saying I'm him, but every black man should strive to be like Fred Hampton. Every black man should strive to be like Malcolm X. Every black man should strive to be like MLK. You got black people that's trying to be like Barack Obama. You got black people that's trying to be like black capitalists. And then they get exploited for the labor, and they think they don't deserve it. They don't think they deserve a living wage because they don't dribble a ball good enough. They don't rap good enough. That was the point I was making in my video before, when I was talking about how capitalism failed black Americans. And I was tweeting before, like, it crushes my soul, and what kills my hope the most is I explained to you guys all the way that black Americans are drowning in our failed state, but people don't seem to give a fuck. Like, there are a lot of black people who accept their role in life. When has that ever been the history of black people? Black people have a history of being revolutionaries. Then black capitalists took over. They killed MLK. They killed Fred Hampton. They killed Malcolm X. They killed anyone who was deemed a threat. And they gave John Lewis a government position. And John Lewis was like, hey, Negroes, you just play nice. Oh, the police beat me, but I thanked them and said, yes, sir. Can I have another? That's a real quote, by the way. He said he was being by the police. And he was like, I still wasn't mad at police officer. I looked at him, sir, and said, thank you. What the fuck? These are the black people they lifted up to leadership. And someone said, we were talking about Muhammad Ali before. Where's our athletes that is posing imperialism? LeBron James and all the other black athlete activists, they are only able to advocate on identity politics. They will bring up black people here, black people there. But when have you seen LeBron James or any of the black athletes do a class analysis? Talk about black income inequality. When you see them call out Joe Biden for deporting Haitian immigrants, you have LeBron James buddying up with Barack Obama, the deporter in chief, the guy who literally illegally foreclosed on black families. That's the guy he gave legitimacy to and continues to get legitimacy to. There was an NBA worker strike that was about to happen last year. LeBron James called it off. He got mad at his athletes who wanted to strike. These are our black leaders now, compared to what we had before. Muhammad Ali, who sacrificed 3 years of his career standing against the imperialist U.S. machine. That's the point of Fred Hampton leftists. That's the point of our channel. Because if you're white and you say this stuff, they were like, oh, you're racist. So we need black brothers and sisters start calling these people out, because the Black Congressional Caucus and the black capitalists drove us off a cliff. Like I said, 3.5 million black Americans have negative net worth right now. Despite us only being 13% of the population, we are 40% of the homeless population. Meanwhile, we got there's a record amount of black millionaires. You know that, right? LeBron James balling, P. Diddy balling, 50 Cent balling, Oprah Winfrey balling. They can't rent out hotels in the black neighborhood to house homeless black people though, because they're capitalists. Black capitalism rot their brains, and honestly, it rot the brains of a lot of the people in the community, because they rather just bling bling, right? They rather have rims than take care of the community. People are like 31% of African Americans got medical debt. Why not our black oligarchs? Why not our black CEOs? Why not our black athletes? Why are they not getting together collectively canceling medical debt for black people? Because that's a socialist approach. That's a mutual aid based approach. But our propaganda convince people not to do that. You gotta be individual. You gotta take care of your own. So when they see a black person struggling, they like, oh, that's your fault. Instead of blaming the system that's institutionally racist, it's your fault. See, you set me off with that comment. You set me off. ZTK said that's the Cosby Show syndrome. Amen. Like that was what Barack Obama did, because Bill Cosby fucked that guy. I'm glad he got busted. Because Bill Cosby was part of that black boomers who was like, he blamed the struggle of young black men. It wasn't because of capitalism, and not because of the carceral state, and not because capitalism is a white supremacist system. Young black men, according to Bill Cosby and Barack Obama and a lot of these black Hollywood types, was, oh, it's the rap music. Bill Cosby famously said that. Oh, black men, they need pull up their pants. Stop listening to rap music. Get serious. That's what black boomers did. That's why black wealth right now is worse than it was in the 60s in the civil rights movement. He said, I love when you're set off. I don't remember who even said that comment. Someone made a comment. I was like, all right, I'm going off now. Okay. Let me get to some of the rest of the comments here. I think that was a pretty decent rant. I'm built different. Because I always seen it like, it says, that's why I wrote my article. The first article I wrote was reject Barack Obama, embrace MLK. Instead, it's the exact opposite. The entertainment industry embrace Barack Obama and reject socialism. They reject worker class movements. They reject workers co-ops. They reject mutual aid. Cause what I told you guys is not unrealistic. When I said you can have black millionaires, you can have black billionaires, you can have black business owners buy up hotels and home and house people, you can have them cancel medical debt. I am just talking about mutual aid. That's not a complex political theory. But they don't do it. They launch fundraisers and they launch charities. And if you're a socialist, you know why charities are bullshit. They have charities, 80% of the administration costs go to salaries. and then the rest goes to some bullshit organization that don't actually help people. Anyone who left the center, so I won't say left the center. Anyone who's anti-capitalist know why charities are scam. Charities are just write-offs. Black capitalists, white capitalists, all you ruling class motherfuckers, they use charities as write-offs. That's all it is. It's write-offs and PR. But that doesn't help people. It helps a fraction of the people. It will help with the amount of funds that are raised. Instead of doing direct mutual aid. Buy that hotel, rent out to the community. Oprah Winfrey can wipe her ass with that money. Gatino said Oprah is such a neocon. Do not get Jackie started on Oprah. Don't get Jackie started. Don't get me started either. But Jackie, I remember she had a brilliant takedown of Oprah on my old show. I can't even replicate it. Maybe next time I have Jackie on a panel on Fred Hampton Leftists, I'll prod her into doing it. RJ is live right now too. Where's RJ live at? He can't be live on Fred Hampton Leftists, right? Cause I try not to do live on this channel. I'm gonna check. Okay, I don't think he's live on Fred Hampton Leftists though. I'm glad to see my channel back because I took 3 months off the channel. So I was wondering if people remember me, but I'm glad that you guys are watching. How's the stream, guys? Hey, Forgiving Chi. Hey, fucker. I'm talking to you. RJ is live right now. I just let you know, I'm reading all your comments, Forgiving Chi. I'm reading all of them. All right, let me get some comments here and we wrap up here soon. Like, my thing is, I usually do long streams, but I'm gonna do these nightly streams. I'm gonna try to do it every night minus one day. I think I'm gonna take, I think Thursday is gonna be my day off because Thursday is when we do the big Fred Hampton Leftist roundtable. So I think Thursday to be the only day I don't do the 8 p.m. live streams. So I'm building my community back on this channel because I used to upload pretty consistently. I used to have a lot of people watching. Now I'm getting the old crowd, the old band back together. Now I relaunch this channel again. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Like, Fred Hampton Leftist is where I have guests on. Like, I had Steve Cox on today. I'm gonna have 10 Demands on Saturday. I'm gonna have Shahid Buttar probably next week on Fred Hampton Leftist. And I got to talk to some incredible people like Dr. Cornel West, Richard Medhurst, as I mentioned earlier. We even had Jimmy Dore on. But I actually like doing these rant streams, as you guys see. Because my problem with having guests on is I like to talk. So I like sometimes like, man, I'm ready to go, man. I like ranting more. And I was a fan of Bill Burr's old podcast. Bill Burr's old podcast, it was just him. He would just rant. And I feel like I was decent at doing that. You guys see this story? All right, so we get into the end stream. Let's do some fun stuff. So Thursdays is probably be the only day I won't do this. If I have another show, I'll probably just reschedule it. Like if I have, I think I might have a show on Wednesday. I'm doing another podcast, so I may do that stream. Like, my point is, I want to be more consistent on the channel. So when I'm on Fred Hampton Leftist, it's more me having guests on. When I do this channel, I can dive more into policy and give you guys those rants, right? But you guys see this story? This is a more funny story. I want to get into this. I tweet that I'm going to do this segment. This will be the last segment of this live. Laughing at the shit libs. Joe Biden defending Trump in court for January 6th. Can't make this shit up. I'm gonna say if they don't turn on him for this, it's really a cult. You guys see that story, didn't you? Once again, this is I think this is more of a funny story because I don't like. How should I say this? There's so many people that have a platform who, before I share a story, so many people who have a platform who want to play it safe. Well, they don't want to take hard positions because they don't want to lose followers. They don't want people to say mean things about them. You got anyone who know me and like, I don't give a fuck. If I think I'm right, I think I'm right. And if you don't like my opinion, deal with it. What was one of the things that I went against the grain on that everyone, including a lot of people on the left, was freaking out about? January 6th. January 6th. The biggest fucking fraud ever that people still don't shut up about. Oh, there was an insurrection. They almost took over the Capitol. And people got mad at me because I was laughing while it was happening. The entirety of Black Twitter was laughing when it was happening. Because we were like, you guys think this is a fascist takeover? You guys think this is a coup? Compared to what U.S. done to other countries, this is nothing. It's not even an armed revolution. The people who think January 6th was a fascist coup are morons. January 6th was a publicity stunt gone wrong. It was a photo op for Donald Trump that the Democratic Party wanted to happen so they can run campaign ads against him. So both parties was complicit. The Pentagon was complicit. The cops was complicit. Because, you know, when liberals talk about January 6th, you notice they never ever mention the fact that the cops let those protesters in. Because if they bring that up, it destroys the entire narrative. Oh, right when the Pentagon and the cops was complicit with it because it was supposed to be a photo shoot. And this whole thing was based on racism. Why did I say that? Because there was a publicity stunt gone wrong because the cops and the Pentagon and the politicians, they made the assumption that the white people would play nice. So they allowed these hardcore white supremacists in the Capitol. Imagine what would happen if Black Lives Matter got anywhere near the Capitol. Imagine what would happen if any black or indigenous or socialist movement, any worker movement got anywhere close to the Capitol. It would be a slaughter. Meanwhile, they let them in. And then they want us to believe that they were defenseless. Oh, the poor police, they were defenseless. Bro, I'm telling you, once again, if that was black people, they would have killed all of them. They would have sent where was the tear gas? Where was the poison gas? I covered this on my show. They had poison gas in Seattle. Used against Black Lives Matter. A war crime against the Americans' own people. Why didn't they do that against the January 6th protesters? Because it was a publicity stunt. The Democrats love this shit. How much money has the Democratic Party fundraised because of January 6th? Now that leads to the story that I want to cover because this is beyond hilarious. Beyond hilarious. So the same shit libs that melt down over January 6th, check this out. Biden's Justice Department may defend Trump in Capitol riot lawsuits. So the guy you guys claim is a traitor to this country because he incited a uprising against our democracy, the people that want to destroy our democracy. If he didn't think there was a publicity stunt, boom. And now Joe Biden and his Justice Department is defending Donald Trump. Do you guys get the game yet? And remember, there was a lot of lefties, a lot of progressives that was fear-mongering over this. There were a lot of people who got mad at me because I was mocking this shit. Because it's a joke. So when power is actually pressed to do something about this, even the Democrats and Joe Biden, who pretended it was the worst thing that ever happened, when push came to shove, they got each other back. They're going to defend Donald Trump. It's a giant club, guys, and you are not part of it. You are delusional if you think you're part of this club. So I saw this story, and I cracked the hell up. And that was my comment I put on this tweet. If shit libs, if they don't turn on Joe Biden after this, there's literally nothing that Joe Biden can do to lose them. Because this was the thing that they lost their mind over. It wasn't ICE, the ICE budget being increased. It wasn't the fact that we still have deportations. We still have kids in cages. We funded apartheid states. We funded genocides. These are not the things that We bailing out Jeff Bezos, the class war, Biden illegally cutting unemployment benefits. These are not the things that liberals cared about. They cared about January 6th. They cared about this insurrection. Now Joe Biden is defending it in court. So if if the liberals don't turn on Joe Biden after this, there's nothing he can do to lose him. And this is why I said before, we are surrounded by two cults masquerading as political parties. Because if the shit libs don't abandon Joe Biden over this, which I think is not even a big deal. I think it's fucking funny. I think January 6th is a joke. But if the liberals don't turn on him for this, there's nothing he can do. And that shows that the Democratic Party is a cult. What's her name? I'm horrible with celebrities. There was a celebrity that just said that. I shouldn't forget her because she got in touch with Rome. Fuck, what's her name? But she was saying that the Democratic Party is a cult. Why am I blanking on her name? I got bad memory, guys. Man, people still push this January 6th shit. It's so hilarious. So fucking hilarious. Anyway, let's see if I get some chats. I think that was a funny story to wrap it up here. And this is a great comment from Ann. Pelosi knew what was going to happen on January 6th. Pelosi wanted mayhem and wanted Trump to look bad. Yep, that's another thing. The FBI and intelligence communities. Yeah, Rose McGowan from Roxanne. Thank you. She said Democratic Party is a cult. And liberals lost their goddamn mind. But she is saying one goddamn lie. But Pelosi knew, but this from Ann, Pelosi knew what was going to happen on January 6th. Pelosi wanted mayhem and wanted Trump to look bad. Who else told the Capitol Police to stand down? They told the Capitol Police to stand down. Once again, when you hear coverage on this, I know, as a citizen journalist, I read a lot of stuff now. I have to read all different news stories, right? I read a lot of articles on January 6th. I read all the tweets from liberals and what they send out. I heard all the politicians talk about this. When they talk about this, they never, ever bring up the fact that the cops let these people in. That the Pentagon didn't do anything about it. And this is what, and I got in on it. I gotta say this last fact, man. Look at the commissions they trying to set up. The January 6th commissions. It's all about punching down. You notice that? The Democrats are like, oh, yeah, we gotta have a commission to investigate January 6th. So we gotta go after the protesters. We gotta go after the organizers. You notice that they are not going after the police that let them in. You notice they are not going after the Pentagon, who stood down on orders of the Republicans. You notice that they are not using this opportunity to punch up at the power that led this to even happen. Instead of punching up at power, they use this to fund the police more. The same Capitol Police that was so incompetent that they allowed this to happen. They were so incompetent they allowed a riot to happen at the Capitol, but let's give them more money. That's why January 6th is a joke. I'm glad that you guys agree that this is just stupid. Because I'm like, bro, I cannot believe people are falling for this bullshit. So I think that's a good time to wrap, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. We can talk about some more issues. See, someone said Hasanabi rants. He's a great. He literally get more views in like 1 second than I do in an entire month. It doesn't make any sense how many views Hassan gets. Like, don't he have like 50,000 people watching him? He made like $3,000 per stream. I checked in because I was learning how to become a streamer. So I had to do my research. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look into some of the most popular people, see what they do. And I'm not trying to hate. I'm just being honest. I watched Hassan, I didn't get it. He got a lot of people that watch him. I watch him, I'm like, bro, this kind of boring. But maybe I am a hater. I don't know. I watched it. I was like, bro, what? Guess a lot of people think he's attractive or something. But I watched it. I was like, I don't get it. It didn't appeal to me. But to be fair, I will say this. I didn't watch a ton. I just saw it and I'm like, all right, this shit is boring. Not for me. X64. So I'll be doing this live stream every day at 8 p.m. Like, if you came in on this live stream late, make sure you just catch the next one. I'll be live 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Every day except Thursday, probably. Because Thursday is when I have the Fred Hampton Leftist podcast with all of us on there. Once again, I was trying to emphasize, like, I'm not trying to hate on Hassan. I just didn't get it. That's all. This is my personal preference. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, follow, share to a friend, and check out Fred Hampton Leftist. Compton J will be uploading tomorrow, the Compton J show on Wednesday. And then we have Thursday, we have the Fred Hampton Leftist roundtable with all the hosts of Fred Hampton Leftist on the panel. So that's the big show. Like, if there's any show on Fred Hampton Leftist you can't miss, is the Thursday show. So you can see me on both channels. But anyway, let me I'm working on the intro and outro. Maybe I will. I'll see if I can get it. Because I still got a lot of things I'm working on. Here, I guess I'll just have this in my outro image. Wait, wrong one. God damn it. Let's do this. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Check out my streams every night. You also can check out all my takes at Socialists MMA. If you want to support my work as a citizen journalist, obviously I ain't taking any corporate money. Got no sponsors. I'm just working as an independent black leftist. Once again, Hassan is great, but he's a millionaire. He's doing okay. You guys need to start supporting black leftists, black independent content creators. So that's why I implore you guys to do. Please help me continue doing this kind of work. Sign up for Patreon. Cash App is the same name. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is Social Still May. Sign out. Peace out, guys.